This is Chris Videos. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and follow both of my TikToks. They'll all be down there in the description box, and I'm here to do my WWE Monday Night Raw September 26, 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about Monday Night Raw. Now we kick off the show with the Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka. They all three come out to the ring. And Bianca starts talking about Bayley, talking about, about their match at Extreme Rules, how they're going to be going against each other. But she says she challenges anybody from Damage Control, like Io Sky tonight. So yeah, that's what she said. But then Bayley and the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Dakota Kai and Io Sky, Damage Control comes out, and Bayley starts talking about how she actually challenges Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship in a ladder match. So yeah, it is now set. The Raw Women's title will be defended in a ladder match between those two. That's what Bayley said. And Bianca, she was cutting a pretty good promo talking about how it ain't her fault that she was champion when Bayley decided to come back from injury and stuff. It ain't her fault that the injury happened. But, it ain't none of her fault about that. But she said at Extreme Rules, she will climb the ladder and retain the title. So yeah, that's what she said. But then she says that she wants a match right now against Io Sky. And then we get the match underway. It was Bianca Belair versus Io Sky 1-on-1. Now, the rest of Damage Control and Alexa Bliss and Asuka was at ringside for this match. And it was a pretty good match. As soon as the match started, Bianca drop kicks her, and then the match is going on. But then it goes on commercial break. And when it went on commercial break, it came back on. Then we see Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa coming to the arena. Sami's on the phone and stuff. That'll be because he'll be challenging AJ Styles tonight in the match. So yeah, that's why they are there. But yeah, we'll get the match, and it was still pretty good. At the ending of this match, it looked like Io Sky was taking control. She climbs up the top turnbuckle, about to hit that moonsault, but then Bianca pushes her off the turnbuckle, but Damage Control captures Io Sky, saving her, and then Bianca jumps over the top rope with a crossbody onto Bayley and Dakota Kai, taking them out. And then Io Sky starts laying in some uppercuts onto Bianca, throws Bianca back in the ring, springboard off the top rope, but misses because Bianca moved out of the way. But Io lands on her feet, she gets lifted up, getting hit the KOD, getting pinned for the 3 count. So yeah, Bianca Belair defeated Io Sky tonight in a 1-on-1 match. It was a pretty good match. For that match, I'll give it 3 stars as well. I'll give it a good match to kick off Raw. So yeah. And then after the match ended, we see Rey Mysterio backstage. He's getting interviewed, talking about Dominic Mysterio, talking about how he didn't want to try to hit Dominic with the steel chair last week, how Rhea Ripley keeps on manipulating him and all that. He knows that ain't the true Dominic and all that stuff. And then he says that tonight, since he's taking on Seth Rollins 1-on-1, he will have no mercy to what he does tonight because he's not in a good mood. So yeah, that's what Rey Mysterio said. It was a pretty good promo from him. So yeah. But tonight we will see Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins 1-on-1. Not only that, we will see AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn 1-on-1. And Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano versus Alpha Academy in the tag team match. That match is happening as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, now we have Seth Rollins come out to the ring, and he grabs the mic, starts talking before the match starts, and he was talking about Matt Riddle, talking about how he will be facing Matt Riddle in the fight pit, and how he's going to actually beat Matt Riddle, even though Matt Riddle's specialized in the fights and stuff, because obviously he was in UFC before and all that, doing MMA, so yeah, he does got experience. But yeah, that's what Seth Rollins was saying. He said he's going to either knock him out or make him tap out. So yeah, that's what Rollins said. And then he starts talking about Rey Mysterio, talking about how he could win Father of the Year award for being a shitty dad. So yeah, that's what Seth Rollins said. But then Rey Mysterio comes out. We'll get the match underway. Rey actually attacked Seth before the match even started, like drop kicking him and starts beating him down and stuff. And then they finally got the match started. So yeah, Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio 1-on-1. It was a pretty good match. But then during this match, we see Dominic Mysterio actually come walking out with the steel chair. And this is after Seth Rollins threw Rey out the ring. And then when Seth got out the ring, Rey was down. Dominic then comes out with the chair. And then the QR code pops up for the White Rabbit. So yeah, for a split second. But yeah, then Dominic comes walking past Seth, patting him on the back. giving him the okay to go ahead and beat his dad up. So yeah. And then we see Dominic watching this match at ringside the whole time. After that, it was a pretty good match. At the ending, we see Ray hit the 619 onto Seth. Seth then rolls out the ring, and then Ray goes out there and grab him and stuff. But then we see Dominic had the steel chair, throws it down, telling Ray to hit him. Dominic gets on his knees waiting for his dad to hit him upside the head with the chair. While that's happening, Seth Rollins is distracting the referee inside the ring, and then that's when Rhea Ripley comes up from behind Ray, pushes him into the ring post. Dominic throws him back into the ring. That's when Seth hits the curb stomp onto him, and then he locks on the Peruvian necktie onto Rey Mysterio. First ever time I ever seen it, but yeah, Ray was already knocked out pretty much, and yeah, he already won the match. So yeah, Seth Rollins defeated Rey Mysterio tonight in that match. That's what happened. It was a pretty good match. For that match, I'll give it 3.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. But then, after the match ended, we see Matt Riddle backstage. He was watching the match the whole time, apparently. And then that's when the United States Champion, Bobby Lashley, comes up. He says to Matt Riddle, I want to give you good luck for your match tonight against Damien Priest, even though you don't need it. But next time, do not be interfering in my match ever again, and all that. But he says, but you got experience in the fight pit. Seth Rollins don't. And you know how to fight, so you better handle him and stuff. So yeah, that's what Bobby Lashley said. And then we see backstage that one of the security guards was knocked out when Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano was walking by. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, speaking about security guards, actually, Miz actually had a group of security guards calling it the, no, I forgot what he calls it, Miz Special Force or whatever, Miz Force. So yeah, that's what he calls it, and they're going to look for Dexter Lumis. So yeah, I forgot to mention that. But yeah, that's what happened there. And up next, we're going to be seeing Alpha Academy versus Johnny Gargano and Kevin Owens in a tag team match. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, now we get a tag team match. We got Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano versus Chad Gable and Otis, Alpha Academy, tonight in a tag team match. And this match, it was a pretty damn good match. If you have, yeah, go check it out. Really great match. These matches on Monday Night Raw lately has been freaking bangers. I'm not even going to lie, but yeah, let's go ahead and get down talking about it. So yeah, at one point we see Alpha Academy look like they was going to beat Johnny Gargano at the ending, where we see Otis lift up Johnny Gargano onto his shoulders, like for the electric chair, and then we see Chad Gable jump off the top turnbuckle with a bulldog onto Johnny Gargano, laying him out. Pins him 1-2. Kevin Owens breaks up the pin, and then him and Otis starts brawling out to the ring, outside the ring and stuff, brawling. Kevin Owens then hits a few super kicks onto Otis, but this time he finally got him laid on the announce table. Owens then climbs up on the barricade, jumps off with the elbow drop onto Otis through the announce table, taking them both out. So yeah, both of them was taken out, and then Johnny Gargano was taking control of this match in the ring. He was setting up for that super kick or whatever onto Chad Gable. But then we see Austin Theory come up, grabbing Johnny Gargano's leg and stuff, tricking him and stuff. And then since that happened, Chad Gable was trying to take advantage by trying to hit the wheelbarrow DDT or whatever they call it onto Johnny Gargano. He pins him, but Gargano barely kicking out too. And then that's when Gargano got back out of the ring and stuff. And then Austin Theory was trying to hit him in the back of the head with the briefcase, but then Gargano ducks, hits a super kick on Austin Theory outside the ring, laying him out. He gets on the apron and then jumps over the top rope with that DDT, that nice ass DDT, on the Chad Gable, and then pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Johnny Gargano and Kevin Owens defeated Alpha Academy tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. Really great match. Go check it out. Yeah, for that match, I'll give it 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. Really great tag team match. Go check it out. But then, after the match ended, we see AJ Styles backstage. He comes walking across one of the security guards that's knocked down on the floor, and then he was about to get interviewed, but then Finn Balor interrupts that interview, and then Balor was talking about how he needs to join Judgment Day, and AJ Styles pretty much don't want to join Judgment Day, and Balor was like, well, look, we're your friends, we want to give you the olive branch. So that's what he was telling AJ Styles, and he says, how about this? since, you're going to be taking on Sami tonight, and Solo's going to be in Sami's corner, how about us, the Judgment Day, could be in your corner? And AJ Styles was like, I don't need nobody watching my back, I got my own back. So yeah, that's what AJ Styles said to Finn Balor. But yeah, pretty good stuff. Still, Finn Balor trying to get AJ Styles trying to join the Judgment Day. But yeah, still pretty good stuff. But yeah, up next we're going to be seeing Omos in action. He will be in the match up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw. Now, before I talk about Omos' match, we got to talk about a few things. Now, we see Alpha Academy, Chad Gable, and Otis talking to Austin Theory backstage. Austin Theory was talking about how you failed me, Master Gable, and all that stuff, which was pretty funny. And he says, how about this? Next week, we got to take care of Johnny Gargano. But then we see Austin Theory's phone go off, and he answers it. He goes like, Chad, I think it's for you. And Chad was like, okay, let's put it on speaker. And they put it on speaker, and he sees Master Gable here. And then it was Braun Strowman talking about, I'm coming for you next week on Raw. So yeah, Braun Strowman versus Chad Gable 1-on-1 next week. And Chad Gable was scared shitless, and Austin Theory looks at Otis. He goes like, well, it looks like Chad Gable got something to do next week. Otis, next week we got to do something about Johnny Gargano. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty funny stuff, though. But then we get to the match. It was Omos versus two local competitors tonight on Raw. MVP was on commentary for this match, and it ends up like the Omos match that you always get. Omos dominates both guys, laying them out. Hits the two-handed chokeslam onto both of them, and puts a spell on one of them, pinning them for the 3 count. So yeah, Omos won the handicap match by defeating those two local competitors. That's what happened. He throws them both out the ring, stacks them up on the announce table, and stands up on the announce table raising his hand. So yeah, that's what happened there. For that match, I'll give it a half of a star. And then after that, we see Miz finding his security guards knocked out, the Miz Force knocked out. And then we see Dexter Lumis dressed up as a hockey player behind him, attacks him, beats him down, and then chokes him out with a submission hold. So yeah, and starts rubbing his face. A lot of weird stuff, but yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. We see Nikki ASH in the ring waiting for her competitor, and it was Candice LeRae. So yeah, Candice LeRae makes her debut on Monday Night Raw, returning to the WWE. And she looks pretty good, after giving birth and all that stuff. She looks pretty good. A little bit ring rust, you could tell, but other than that, she was still pretty good. They start off the match. Nikki ASH was doing pretty good in this match, using some tactics with the ring apron and stuff, but at the end of the day, it didn't work out. Candice LeRae was on the second turnbuckle. Nikki ASH climbs up there, but then we see Candice LeRae hitting the swinging neckbreaker onto Nikki ASH off the second turnbuckle, and then pins her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Candice LeRae defeated Nikki ASH tonight on Raw. That's what happened for that match. I'll give it 1.5 stars as well. Give it, but yeah, it was a good way for Candice LeRae to make her return back to the WWE. Great way. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then after the match ended, we see Nikki ASH in the corner, and she took off the mask. So maybe she'll be reverting back to Nikki Cross. I really hope so. But yeah, that's what happened there, and it'll be great to see Nikki Cross back instead of Nikki ASH. But yeah, great stuff though. Candice LeRae making her debut on Raw, making her return back to the WWE. So yeah, great stuff. But up next, we're going to be seeing AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn 1-on-1 up next. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we got a 1-on-1 match. It was Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles 1-on-1. But before I talk about that match, we got to talk about one thing. Where we see Damien Priest, Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio, the Judgment Day backstage. Damien Priest gets interviewed, and he was talking about how Matt Riddle done lost his mind, thinking earlier this year that he was somebody else and thinking he's in the UFC all over again. But tonight he's going to beat the hell out of him and win the match. So yeah, that's what Damien Priest said. And he says that they ain't friends no more. He's just going to beat him up. So yeah, that's what he said. And then we get to the match. It was Sami Zayn with Solo Sikoa at ringside versus AJ Styles one-on-one. In this match, it was a pretty good match. At the ending of this match, we see Styles trying to set up for the Styles Clash, but then Sami Zayn throws him over the top rope, and then that's when Styles punches him in the face, but Sami starts pulling on his hair. Referee starts counting, got up to 4, but pulls Sami off, and then while Sami had the referee distracted, that's when Solo Sikoa interferes, pulling AJ Styles off the apron, hitting the Uranagi slam onto him on the ring apron, pushes him back into the ring, and then that's when Sami hits a haluva kick onto him, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Sami Zayn defeated AJ Styles tonight on Raw. That's what happened. For that match, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good match, though. But yeah, after the match ended, we see Finn Balor, Damien Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day, come out, and then Balor was like, "Will you go and join us or whatever?" And then throws up, the Wolfpack sign, and then Styles instead flicks them off, and then that's when the Judgment Day starts attacking him, beating him down, stuff, grabs a steel chair, puts it around his head, and then Balor is like, "See, I'm a true friend because I ain't going to step on your head or anything." So yeah, that's what Balor said, and then walks out. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then still to come later on tonight, we will see Damien Priest versus Matt Riddle one-on-one in the main event. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was the main event. It was Damien Priest with Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day versus Matt Riddle one-on-one. So yeah, Damien Priest versus Matt Riddle one-on-one. It was a pretty good main event. At one point in this match, we see Matt Riddle hit the Bro Derek onto Damien Priest. It looked like it was going to be all over there, but Priest barely kicking out at 2. And then he climbs up the top turnbuckle so he can hit the floating bro. But then that's when Rhea Ripley gets on the apron, distracting the referee and stuff. And then Priest comes up, trying to hit like a razor's edge onto Riddle, but Riddle reverses it by landing on his feet and stuff, and it was going at it, and then at one point, Riddle hits that jumping knee to the face onto Damien Priest after he springboard off the second rope, and then he was setting up an RKO, and then, the RKO was unsuccessful and stuff, and then everybody kept on trying to interfere, like Dominic Mysterio popped up on the apron, and then Riddle was trying to get rid of him. But then that's when Priest comes up from behind Riddle, picks him up in like the torch rack position, and Riddle fights out of it by rolling him up in the inside cradle, pinning Priest for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Matt Riddle defeated Damien Priest tonight on Raw in the main event. That's what happened. And then after the match ended, we see the Judgment Day get into the ring, attacking Matt Riddle, beating him down, stuff, laying him out. And then all of a sudden, Edge returns. So yeah, Edge comes out. He runs into the ring, hits a spear onto Damien Priest. He was about to hit Dominic, but then Rhea Ripley pulled Dominic out the ring, and then that's when he hits the spear onto Finn Balor, laying him out. And then we see Judgment Day going up the ramp and stuff, and then Edge grabs the mic, and then he says, "How about this? I don't never quit or anything. I was gone for like 9 years, and I still came back. You took me out for a few weeks, I still come back and everything, so I don't never quit. But how about this? I challenge Finn Balor one-on-one in the I Quit match at Extreme Rules." So yeah, that's what happened there, and the match is now official. Edge versus Finn Balor one-on-one in the I Quit match. This is the first ever time that Finn Balor and Edge faced off in a one-on-one match, and that match will be an I Quit match at Extreme Rules. So yeah, that's what happened there for that main event match, though. I'll give it 3.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good main event. But yeah, for tonight's Monday Night Raw, I'll give it 8 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good episode of Raw. Actually, I'll give it 8.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty damn good episode. Candice LeRae returning back to the WWE. Great matches. Didn't really have an issue with it, actually. Not at all. For match of the night, I'll either have to... I think it would probably be that tag team match with Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano versus Alpha Academy. That tag team match was really good. I like the match between Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio. That match was good. The main event was great. AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn was alright. Omos is just being Omos or whatever. Candice LeRae returning was pretty cool. Pretty good stuff. But yeah, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. It'll all be down there in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite reviews. See you guys later. Until then. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention one more thing. There was a segment before the main event, actually, with where we see Candice LeRae talking to Bianca and Alexa and Asuka backstage, and then Bayley and the rest of Damage Control interrupts her, and they was about to brawl and stuff, and Dakota Kai would be taking on Candice LeRae one-on-one next week, and then Bianca was trying to fight Bayley then, but everybody got held back and they all walked away. So yeah, forgot to mention that segment, Candice LeRae versus Dakota Kai one-on-one next week. So yeah, see you guys later. Until then.